Imagine waking up to a world that feels a little emptier, a world where someone you loved is no longer by your side. If you're a woman between ages 55 and 70, financially secure, rooted in the Christian faith, but open to exploring new paths of healing, you know that grief can feel both overwhelming and isolating. Maybe you've wondered, will I ever feel whole again? Is it possible to find hope and joy after such a loss? Welcome to Healing with the Rev podcast, where comfort, community, and inspiration meet. I'm Reverend Teresa Heipel. I am your host. I've walked this winding road myself. I've lost a spouse to death. I've searched for answers, for peace, and for ways to honor my faith while exploring new avenues of healing. Through years of personal experience, study, and heartfelt conversation, I discovered that healing doesn't have to mean forgetting. It can mean growing, connecting, and even thriving. Each week, we'll share real stories, practical tips, and uplifting interviews, all designed to help you navigate loss through grace and curiosity. Today, we're asking, how do you begin to rebuild your life when the world you knew has changed forever? And even more importantly, what if the next chapter could be more beautiful than you ever imagined? Stay with me because in this episode, we're going to uncover a simple shift that can change the way you see your journey and open a door to hope you might not expect. Let's walk this path together. Today, we're going to talk about ICE attacks in Minneapolis. In 17 days, we have lost two people who were attempting to protect those who were targeted by ICE agents. One, a mother with three young children, and more recently, a 37-year-old man who was an intensive care unit nurse at the Minneapolis Veteran Affairs Hospital. A person who was here to serve people to their highest and greatest good. Where is the sense in this? It seems so unfair. Unfair for those who have lost their lives doing good works. Unfair for those that love them. The parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, nieces, nephews, in-laws, and so many more. Where is the justice? Where is the justice for those who have lost their lives? Where is the president when he claims that he wants to do good, yet allows these ICE agents to kill people? Many years ago, I really wanted to serve our country. The way that was presented to me and available was the Army. My dad was an Army veteran. Three uncles were military veterans. At age 18, I was talking to my mother about joining the military. She said, Teresa, I don't think they allow people like you into the service. At the time, I was a person who had epilepsy and seizures. I understood that and did not pursue this dream. When we come back from the break, we will continue the story of what happened with this dream of serving our country. The Great Soul Awakening, Transforming Pain into Purpose and Healing Your Soul at its Core by Reverend Teresa Heipel, Master of Divinity Counseling. The Great Soul Awakening is going to bring you profound healing of deep-seated wounds or traumas, understanding your unique mission or purpose for this lifetime, and embracing transformation. The state of the soul today is traumatic. We have grief. We have grieving, we have loss of self, toxic relationships, addictions, betrayal, loss of status, spiritual crisis. But spiritual crisis is a form of identity crisis where an individual experiences drastic changes to their meaning systems, like their unique purposes, goals, values, attitudes, and beliefs, identity, and focus, typically because of a spontaneous spiritual experience. A spiritual crisis may cause significant disruption in psychological, social, and occupational functioning. Your soul is calling you. Are you listening? You feel unfulfilled, repeating emotional patterns, seeking deeper meaning in life, experiencing restlessness. These are signs that you are ready for a soul awakening. Consequences of ignoring your soul: anxiety, depression, chronic patterns, and disconnection from relationships. If you're experiencing any of that, you need the Great Soul Awakening. Awakening your soul brings peace, clarity, and transformation. To book your discovery call to see what's going on with your life so I can listen to you and see if it's possible that this program may help you, please scan the QR code and book your discovery call today. It's a 30-minute call, No need to purchase anything. This is not a sales call. It's me just listening to you to see what you need and if there's some way that I can be of service to you. Welcome back. Many years later, I had been attending and getting ready to graduate seminary. A chaplain from the denomination that the seminary affiliated with came by, and I talked with him. He said, "Teresa, you'd make a great military chaplain." I attempted to get in. By this time, I had undergone brain surgery and the seizures were no more. I did, however, have a slight stroke after surgery. I did do some follow-up work, but evidently I did not do my final MRI. I don't even believe I was aware I even needed to do that. I would have done that if I had realized that it was something that needed to be completed for my care after surgery. By this time, I was drug-free. A year after surgery, I titrated off all medicines. Within 3 months of titrating off, I quit all the anti-seizure drugs. I was thrilled. I was not able to even get into the physical exam that the military has us go through. This was a no-go for me. I was okay with that. I still wanted to serve our country, but this was evidently not the way for me to do this. Years later, I was a pastor in New Mexico. I talked with a man who had been a contractor for the Department of Defense. He said, "Teresa, you still have time to be a military chaplain." I was 41 years old at the time. You have to get in by age 42 to retire in 20 years. Back to the drawing board. I retrieved all my medical records and sent everything in. Still, no go. Now I was ticked off. God, I really want to serve our country. I had been mad for many years, but realized what I really wanted to do was healing work on the soul level. If you have ever spent any time with a military veteran, you realize that they have seen things and done things that most humans would never do. Years ago, I met some military veterans at a homeless shelter. One of them had been a sniper. A sniper is someone who is called to kill people. He said, "That was my job, and if I had to do it again, I would do it again." His soul was definitely not attached. He had a lot of soul loss. He probably doesn't even think that way. I was in the area where these people were for a few weeks. And recently, I've been thinking about my anger of not getting into the military. And I started laughing because I was flashing back to when I was like 6 or 7. And my brother Joe, who was about 4 years older than me, said, and we grew up on a family farm. So he said, "Teresa, I want you to take this BB gun. I want you to shoot gophers and squirrels." I'm like, "Joe, I'm sorry. I just cannot do that. These are all God's little creatures." And I wanted to get in the military. Even as a chaplain, you still have to be able to do all the physical stuff that everybody else does. You have to be able to handle a gun. You have to do all the training. And so I'm like, this was a really absurd dream, but it was really okay at the time. But now I can laugh at it and go, yeah, that wouldn't have worked for me. It would have killed my soul. Definitely. And you don't have to be a military veteran to have soul loss. All the things that ICE is doing right now is deplorable. It is so unacceptable to see all of this. I live in the Minneapolis area. As a healer, I don't feel called to go out and protest. Years ago, Mother Teresa during the Vietnam War was asked to please come to an anti-war rally. She said, "I will not come. But when you have a peace rally, invite me. I will be there." What feels better in your soul? Anti-ICE or a peace rally? A peace rally actually feels better to me. When we are anti something, whatever we are anti has to be in existence. I chose to stay home and send healing energy to those who were protesting and also to all the leaders in our country and all Senate and House of Representatives. From 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Friday, January 23rd, 2026, I send healing energy by name to each of these over 500 people on our rosters of the House of Representatives, Senate, and leaders. Courtesy of ChatGPT, I was able to get all of those names. I felt better. I also felt safe being at home. I really don't function well in 40-degree frigid cold weather, so I decided to stay home. I went to a clergy get-together later that evening. Even though I have been clergy, I have not been a clergy person in Minnesota. I actually felt like I was out of place. My mentality is one of peace rather than one of fighting. I'm not totally convinced that we are doing the right thing by protesting. Let's have a peace rally. This may seem like a juvenile idea, but I believe more positive things would happen if we could release our anger and get to a place of talking to each other. I'm here to help you release your anger and help us to talk to each other. I would love to know your comments, thoughts, and ideas. I am here to help you restore all the lost parts of your soul. There are many things that happen throughout our lives to lose parts of our soul. I'm here to restore, bringing all the good energy that left with the bad energy to get you to feeling whole and complete. Please like, follow, and subscribe here, whatever platform you are using to watch this. Your follow and subscribe allows me to make better quality content for you. I'm going to bring in guests at times. We're going to impact more lives who are suffering from loss and grief. If you think of someone you'd like to share this with, please do so. It will serve them to their highest and greatest good. Thank you for being with me. I'm Reverend Teresa Heipel, Healing with the Rev, and we'll see you next time.